Oh, hello everyone, Ito here. We are today starting with something kind of different than the usual because we usually start with a ranking game and start talking about the game and all that stuff. But today I want to focus the days, especially right now, with the players. You know, LCK played today or yesterday, whatever, according to your time zone. LPL just ended a few hours ago, so I really like to do that. You know, review the game, talk about the meta. It's 11.6, so I really like that patch. 11.7, it's interesting. It they it could be possible contain some changes over some picks, but the meta isn't going to change. So I really like that. You know, I really like the current state of the meta. For me is kinda fun one. It's interesting because you have different choices, and the meta didn't change a lot over the last 6 patches, so the players are more eager to try new picks, to try to improve the meta. They have better understanding about how is the better play to do according to your own pool and wherever. So I think this is really nice. Of course, not perfect. Okay, we are not seeing yet the best teams, so there's that too. But I think it's okay. I think it's worth a review. So we are going to start with that. Actually, you could see a bit of changes over here on the screen. Right now is the schedule for today, so a bit of the intro, which is this right now, and we are going to start with LCK, you know, T1 versus DRX. I think they are, let me check, 4 games actually, so it's kinda a back and forth 3-1, and after that we are going to play a run game, we are going to reset our mind, and then we are going to end with the 5 games of the LPL, which are really extended because, you know, 3-2 on a series is really how do you say that? It's really hard to watch because there are so many games, there are so many things happening, and of course it's tiring for the players. So we are going to review pretty much the highlights, of course, not the whole series, because that's going to be so hard, and I don't want to do reviews right now focusing on that. You know, I just want to focus on what is happening on every single game. So yeah, there's that. I'm trying to see why I can't watch the Twitch right now. I think this is not working properly. So yeah, I'm kinda worried about that. I think you can watch me right now, but I'm not so sure. Because for myself the screen is playing black. So let me check really quick that. Otherwise it's going to be a really bummer, you know? Oh, no, it's okay, it's just my... for some reason. Yeah, thank you, Jonathan. Thanks again for the comment. For some weird reason, I can see my own stream on tele. It's not working properly. Let me check. Because I use that as a matter of trying to get if it's working properly, but okay, whatever, I'm going to trust you, and yeah, that's it. So yeah, let's start right away. First game. I'm gonna mute this. I'm going to put this on screen. So yeah, I'm going to put this on full screen, of course. Yeah, let's start kind of an easy one with the draft first. This is... yeah, this is post. This is not the best way to look at the draft actually, because they just swap. So yeah, well, I really like when they stop the draft before the swap, you know. Let me check this. If the record... no. Okay, we can talk about the champs, but we can talk about the draft in specific, so let's go easy with this. I mean, yeah, this is... There's still a swap to be taken over here and here. I lost... Okay, let's see. Maybe the draft was on this order, and this is was just before swaps began. So we have over here, let me see, 3 first picks, 3, okay. So yeah, T1, ban Renekton. This is 11-6, Renekton got a big nerf, but you could still play Renekton, so it's okay, it's debatable. If you don't wanna play hard for top, if you are not going to play Gnar, for example, or if you are going for a more skillful matchup like Jace or Camille, yeah, it's a good ban, but I don't think this is really good. Unless Kingen was main Renekton, I don't know how this, so I'm not gonna talk too much, because I think this is pretty much for scouting, but I'm not so sure. If you are not comfortable on top, you can ban, it's okay. So Galio and Rel, it's okay. I don't think this is a power pick anymore, especially on 7, the current patch. But it's okay, it's still kind of a powerhouse, and you are going to trade power picks. They decide to ban Galio. I think it's for this kind of a flex, but I'm not so sold on that. This is really weird. Maybe these are the first 3. Yeah, it's still kinda weird. This should be the first 3 bans, but it's weird. So for DRX, Kalista, it's okay. It's kind of the power peak on LCK, so this is pretty much LCK only, kinda. It's still good, it's still flex, but it's more powerful, it's considered to be more powerful on LCK than any other region. So it's okay. Varus, really strong actually, so this is good. And Thresh, of course, this is another power pick, so this is getting Tristana open, so Thresh is maybe more wiser choice of a first pick. Pretty much the same with Kai'Sa, because right now you can trade a lot of junglers, and you could still think that Hecarim is way better than Udyr. I really go for that, so yeah, there's that too. I would rather go with a first pick Hecarim or first pick Kai'Sa, because right now my composition can rotate to pretty much everything. So you still got a power pick and still have the flexibility on the draft to play pretty much everything. So Udyr is not the best in that scenario, but let's say cause prefer Udyr over Hecarim, or they know how to play against Hecarim, so this is okay, but okay. Direct answer with Hecarim, I'm not so sold about this. But this is pretty much the power pick on LCK. This is a composition really aggressive. Right now you are going to be scared about some picks that can synergize with this. So this is pretty much early mid game lane domination around mid lane, so it's okay. T1 go for the more standard safe pitch composition. In a matter they got Gnar. I don't think this is the proper order of the draft. It's pretty weird right now, but they answer with Victor. Victor is kind of okay. Victor can have prio over Zoe, but still got the power to fight teamfight, control zone, and wherever. So anything over here different than even Syndra, different than Oriano, because this is really tough, but you would see this a lot, especially with Udyr. It's okay, if you have a mid right over here which can stop the enemy team and get pre over mid, it's okay, but I don't think this is the best pick. There are so many other choices over here. So yeah, they answer the Gnar with Jace. This is okay. This is DRX pretty much winning by top side, top strong, mid strong. Right now they are going to get champs really safe. So second part of the draft is this. They ban Seraphine because this is really strong. This is so weird because there are not really so much chances for T1 to play Seraphine right now on bot. And of course Senna, it's okay. They are trying to say that they are going for Jinx over here, especially with this and this. They have so many lethal. Jinx pretty much get a free passive and can easily win the fight. So LCK, T1 answer with Tristana, which is really okay. Sylas, This is weird because Sylas I think is most valuable over here, but they don't have access right now to Sylas because this is so bad on the draft. So this is really weird, but wherever. This is annoying me because you can see now that if they do this on the draft and this was the first 3 bans, maybe that's the order. I'm not so sure. This kinda makes sense. Because they are not going to play her, so they don't wanna for free to trade the power picks, and they can ban Renekton, but this is debatable. And right now this makes more sense because there is open for support, you know. They are going to have they need actually a second kindish front laner because Hecarim is going to be diving the enemy bot side, so they are trying to avoid hard engage compositions. Of course, you can still get Alistar over here, and it's okay, but doesn't accomplish so much, and they can go even Leona or Nautilus, but they are still not the best because they are not going to be able to pick Kai'Sa over here. And if they go Kai'Sa, maybe they had better choices, but you can still answer the bot lane, so it's okay. I think this is the draft order actually. These are bans, and these are the second rotation. And over here, pretty much the same. Direx know that T1 needs their bot lane, so yeah, this draft is still weird actually. But yeah, wherever. They are going to ban Seraphine and Senna. They should have gone for Jinx actually. This was pretty much telegraphed, but they decided Ezreal. It's okay too. Ezreal is really strong on on 11-7, but on 11-6 not so strong. Still good actually, but not so strong. Kai'Sa, it's okay, kinda complement this, and it's okay against Ezreal. And they go by Leona. This is really strong, but they got pretty much denied by Braum. Braum should have been banned over here instead of Galio actually. Braum is a pick really how do you say that? It's kind of invisible for most team because they forget that Braum exists. Especially because they play so much Thresh and so much Guardian Thresh that they forget that Braum is viable. In so many cases, Braum actually over here too, Braum is good. So Braum in this game is really strong. So yeah, this is kinda weird still. I think Direx has a better draft actually. They have way more power on mid and top. They can still go to the team fight pretty well. So yeah, this is only highlight of course. We are not going to watch the whole game, so 9 minutes in the game, we pretty much see a small lead over DRX side. Could have been higher, yeah, but this is okay. Actually, they are good. I think the difference is they are not played actually. I'm not so sure why the difference is not so higher. They should have got right now a Jace in a stronger position. But wherever, they have the control over both side. This is late break. They are going to rotate over the Herald, and actually the game right now is pretty much the right side. So the first 20 minutes are going to be pretty much DRX favored. Of course, DRX doesn't use so well their advantage with Zoe and with Jace. They can be kinda overscaled by Gnar and Victor. Not because they really are going to get outscaled, but the utility that these champions provide with the Mega Gnar, with the WR on Victor on a teamfight is better than just one random sleep that can be countered by Braum. I mean, they don't have Braum, but if they should, they can do that. So, okay, really well played by Hecarim over here. This is kind of a Victor, of course. Victor can do that. Later on the game there, he's going to be really safe. So, yeah, there's that. Still DRX on the lead. The goal is pretty much even, and I think this was by this rotation, so it's okay. Actually, T1 is playing well this game. They are answering the DRX strength, and I think they are playing maybe too safe, but I think it's kinda fair in that sense. So yeah, again, gank over mid because Victor doesn't have flash, though, so this is pretty much free. I don't think. Oh. Yeah. I don't think Udyr can kill Zoe, but when Hikarin ran away, pretty much gave him a chance to run over Zoe. So it's okay, Braum, you can see, deny pretty much everything. Even if in this trade they don't have the courage, still Braum can win that fight pretty much alone. So yeah, T1 needs to take control of the game by towers right now. So I think this Herald is really valuable. Right now they have access to DRX jungle, so they can do pickups, they can pressure more the map and take advantages that normally they wouldn't be able to take just because of the champion. So this is pretty much the choke point. If they keep conceding these random kills, because there was no reason for Hikarin to be batting over here when he needs to recall farm jungle, T1 is in a strong position. If this flanks by Nara is really good by the way. So if this flank by Nara isn't denied by Braum, they pretty much can contest the Drake, which is what happens over here. So this is why I really like the DRX composition. Maybe if they are playing on the LPL, or by an LPL team, or maybe if they are played by G2 or Cloud9, not on Korea actually. Yeah, they have 2 Drakes, but they can't do anything. I mean, they can do chill right now. They can't do anything. They can contest, but they can't fight. Because they are a composition that can pick up with Jace poke and Zoe poke. But it's so easy for T1. Pressure the fight, control zone with Victor. So yeah, neither team are really trying to win the game right now. T1 is really happy, just farming. I don't think this is worth so many resources over Hikarim actually. But yeah, I mean, DRX can still contest this. You know, they can poke with Zoe, they can poke with Jace, and T1 is in a really compromised position. They can blunder the game over here. Especially with this Drake, they can pretty much go for Drake and that's it. I'm not accounting so much for the Ezreal poke, but it's still something that you should be taking notice. But Ezreal doesn't have so many free damage over here right now. So yeah, DRX got a free Drake. You see, it's a really bad blunder by T1. Okay, that's a nice pickup over Jace. Oh, come on, kind of failed. Yeah, kind of failed so hard that T1 blundered that. They should have easily gotten Jace, actually. But he pretty much failed to skill, so yeah, we're really good by DRX. But the problem is, right now, the composition of DRX is just kind of a winning because T1 is playing poorly. Not because they are playing well, because their composition at this point of the game doesn't work anymore. Zoe is not so strong that she is pretty much a threat. Yeah, did you notice that actually? Zoe EQ, pretty much on max range, and barely noticeable on Nar. So yeah, this is the problem. Zoe right now didn't stomp the game so hard that she can pretty much solo carry the game, denying the front of the T1 or getting a free one-shot over the backlane, so she's pretty much useless right now. You could see that Zoe over here is pretty much any other mage, but doesn't have so much utility because everything over this can fight with AoE. AoE over Victor R, Meganar of course, Kai'Sa with the combo, Leona pretty much the same. So she's just single target, so she can really threaten anyone, and every single one of them can pretty much one-shot Zoe, so there's that problem. That's why I'm saying that right now, T1 is so much stronger, and you could see that actually. They are 4 on the side of DRX because Jace for some reason there isn't, and we can't talk about this without watching the game because we don't know. Maybe Jace was on both on mid and decided to reset, but for some reason DRX decided to take this Baron, but Jace just having been here, okay? But this is 4, this is 3, And still, this is a win for T1 because their composition works better on this point of the game, at this point of the game. So yeah, Leona dies, but stop the recall, so it's still good. It's really good for them. So yeah, right now T1 have the tempo for this because they know Hecarim is on base. They know they just need to avoid the random poke, so they position themselves besides the Baron. They don't even commit, but they could. I mean, not that they should, of course. They just can play safe. The game is pretty much won by them, so it's okay. I like the DRX composition, but I don't think this is the best for Korea. Because the teams in Korea tend to play more safe, and this composition needs to be really aggressive, you know? Hecarim needs to be batting really hard for Jace and Zoe, and I don't think he did that. And you could tell because the first highlight was on minute 9. I mean, what the hell did Hecarim did for 9 minutes? That's why I don't like that. This is on T1 side more of a scaling composition. I don't like that because in a more even game, T1 is kind of conceding the... Ooh, what the fuck, Anna? What the fuck was that? Did you see? The hell was that? I mean, earlier. Just watch Nar jump. The fuck? What the hell? Come on, man. Flash. Flash earlier here. Flash earlier here. Oh, come on. He doesn't have vision, so they still could have flash behind, but whatever. Yeah, late flash, only on Braum, debatable. It's really bad. Braum pretty much is going to holding the... Oh, Teddy. No, this is not good. There's no reason for Teddy over here to just suicide and trade kills in order to kill Ezreal, you know? Ezreal pretty much is useless over here. So if he fights free, and if T1 didn't throw the game over here, that's okay, that's pretty much okay. So this is a free Baron for DRX, and this is allowing DRX to push mid, push top, and pretty much hold on bot, get a slow push, get pressure, and pretty much secure with farming or with wave control the Drake. So yeah, there's that. Maybe 2 minutes late. Yeah, Drake is going 1 minute late actually. They push. Victor is going to be pressuring top. This is okay. They don't care about trading this tower for tier 2 and Drake with soul. So right here, DRX is really stomping. But because they have a Baron to ride, oh, this is bad. This is so bad. Hopefully Bioshock didn't die, but this was a really bad engage by Hecarim. They just need to take the tower. Take the tower and go Drake. Take the tower, base, Drake. They didn't even need this inhibitor actually. They don't need it. They need to base and they need to secure the Drake because T1 is going to be forced. They are compelled right now to fight that Drake because they can't allow DRX to get the soul. Soul point over here is so strong. So yeah, DRX are pretty much trolling actually because didn't accomplish anything and they are just still losing waves on top. I mean, Jace still gonna have TP over later. Ooh, good engage by Kana. DRX pretty much overextend the whole diff. They should have taken right now free Drake and Soul and they can win, but they threw. Okay, T1 threw the game with the Baron play and pretty much... What? The hell, they called the win, but they trolled that. Oh, come on. Both teams are so shaky actually. They are playing so poorly. I mean, of course, I'm just watching the highlight, okay? But they blundered pretty much 4 or 5 plays, but I mean, maybe they played better the game as a whole, but on the highlight, of course, they look poorly. They made so many mistakes, kinda bad on this game, so shaky. And that last call was so bad. They called the win, but I don't think. I mean, they called the win when NAR decided to DP over here, but they didn't need to win this, because if they didn't blunder that, and of course DRX got sold, now you need to win the fight and try to win because you are going to lose over 40 minutes of the game. But if that didn't happen because DRX pretty much threw the game, you don't need to win because right now you're still going to be stronger than them. Just because your composition is going to be better still right now. We are sitting on 4 or 5 items, so it's still okay, but whatever. T1 is against kinda of the tempo of this play because they are pressuring the side, so they just need to stall this Baron. They don't need to fight, they don't need to steal. They just need to choke DRX and forcing them to go top and cancel recalls and don't die. And these minions are going to win. Pretty much this. And of course, this is way better for T1 because they are better positioning themselves on the map. They can pressure mid, they can threaten 3 lanes. This is so good for... I mean, on a macro aspect, DRX are really bad. But T1 is playing well on this point. But they don't need to hard commit. So yeah, poke, annoy. There's no way. I mean, this is the only thing that could happen. I don't know why NAR TPS from top, but it's okay. I mean, no one is able to kill Victor, so Victor is pretty much free damage. And Kai'Sa is pretty much the same. Did you see the difference? Kai'Sa never ulted for the fight. He just waited. You know? Look Teddy, okay? Look Kai'Sa. Front to back, front to back, front to back. Now, still front to back. Still front to back. I mean, he ulted, but not by trying to randomly kill Ezreal for no fucking reason or so. He just ulted in order to get more burst over Hecarim, front to back, kill Hecarim. Who can stop you now? Only Braum. And Braum is pretty much useless right now because doesn't have any utility. Kana is I don't know why he TP'd over here. Maybe T1 saw the possibility of DRX running from top and decide to shut down that escape, but of course when your main or second main front, which is NAR with Mega, is out of the game, this fight could have been better for DRX, but just now the champs are failing. So yeah, it doesn't matter that Leona dies, doesn't matter that Udyr dies, Victor is free damage, Kai'Sa is free damage. Jace tried to play the solo heroic play, but it's impossible, so yeah, whatever. Really a sad thing. I would like a game where DRX played better their own composition and the game was more, you know, kind of a fair, kind of a strategic choice. Maybe it was, okay? Maybe T1 really countered by the first 9 minutes of the game what DRX did. Actually, let's see. T1, DRX, and game 1. This is really easy to see. This is the full game. No, this is the highlight, this is the full game. Actually, I think this is really good. Yeah, okay, this is the draft. This is not the draft. What the hell am I watching? This is not the draft. This is a spring. I want player. This is player, actually. Okay. Yeah, this was really the draft. This was so weird. There was no reason to go so hard for so... but whatever. Let's see. Maybe T1 really did perform so extremely well that we can praise that, or maybe DRX just did accomplish nothing. So let's see. Okay, so we should go for cheater over here, and Jace should go for lane control, so establish dominance, fighting from Hecarim bot to top, which is nice. Maybe Hecarim could have started Leechless in order to get Special Prio, but doesn't matter actually, so it's okay. I mean, you can deny that if Special got Prio, so you pretty much stumble on if you just start Leechless with Hecarim. But it's okay, it's not the only choice, it's okay too. So right now Hecarim can match easily Udyr because he got Leech, otherwise he's going to be late, but this doesn't make any sense. I mean, why is Jace playing so hardly over the lane position, Why is deciding Jace is trying to pressure this when his own jungle is trying to get pressure over Nar, Of course he can easily deny the scuttle, but he's Jace, he can do that for free. Pretty much the same with Zoe, so it's okay. They don't need to cover for Hecarim because it's impossible for them to contest, so he's going to swap. This is the problem. Hecarim should have gotten a gank over here on top, but they couldn't do that. So this is okay for T1 actually. And that's why Zoe should have recall area. Just because it's of course the only rotation available by Leona, so well played by Zoe. I don't think this is so well played by Jace, of course. Ooh, small window eye. Nothing so hard. The problem right now is so easy for T1 to control what Hecarim can do. So Udyr doesn't need to do anything actually to win this game. He just needs to farm. He just doesn't need to do a gank or whatever. So this deep vision of course can control what Udyr does, but Udyr is pretty much useless against Hecarim right now. Because Udyr doesn't need to do anything, He just needs to put wards and deny this. If Udyr just chose on top and denies Hecarim Gap, he's winning actually. So this is really good for T1. And really poorly played by Jace actually. Because you can see how Hecarim is trying to gank top, but he can't. I mean, why he's trying to poke the lane? That doesn't make any sense. Really doesn't make any sense. This is so bad played by GRX early game. That's why their composition didn't work. Yeah. I'm going to watch up to minute 9, where we saw the first highlight. Because I think that was genuinely the first time Hecarim did a gank on the game. That was so bad. Oh, this is smart. Viktor pretty much went completely off cooldown for the Zoe teleport, and right now they have the control of mid. So Zoe is really strong early game, but if you don't get help, if you don't get advantage, the champ is going to be useless. That's why on LPL they love Zoe, but on LCK pretty much don't. Because they aren't able to accomplish anything. Actually a Zoe which is pretty much 1 or 2 waves above Viktor, it's okay. Viktor is going to be way better than Zoe. So this is the problem. Did you see that? Did you see this? Did you notice that Hecarim was waiting after red? Because he's trying to see where Gnar is positioned, but he can't right now. He can't gank. So he's pretty much standing for time, because Jace is in a really awkward spot. So this is again a 2v2. They should take this 2v2, but they are so afraid of taking it for no reason. And I think this is the problem. So yeah, this is the first gank of the game. That's why it was so bad. And of course Hecarim didn't pressure pretty much anything. They didn't went for the Drake because they couldn't. I mean, GRX was playing from top and mid, so this is the strong side. Hecarim should have forced this actually and concede Drake for Herald, and this was good because right now they can put really ahead Jace, but they failed to do this, and right now they are fighting with an Ezreal, but Ezreal is pretty much useless right now. Not because Bao is a bad player, because the pick isn't good. So yeah, nothing happened. They take a Drake early, but which is okay, but the one who's really winning is Nar actually, because Nar now has access to get pretty much the same farm as Jace. Of course, he's one way behind, but that's okay. And he right now has pretty much more gold, so a really bad game by DRX. DRX doesn't know how to play early. So yeah, there's that. And we are seeing that these are Korean teams, you know? We are not watching, I don't know, maybe last or something like that. We are watching top Korean teams and they are still performing so poorly on laning phase. I'm really annoyed by that. So yeah, first game pretty much kindish outdrafted by Korea, I mean by T1, because on Korea you play more safe, you play more for the scale, late game team fight, so there's that. I think this is a topic I should address right now. I think it's really important to understand the context, okay, of a draft. Because usually when you see a draft analysis, I myself did this a lot, but I think it should change. We didn't address so much the context. I mean, on context, I mean the region where you are playing, the player base, I mean the skill perceived of the player. You could use data or not, but by skill, I mean, is that player able to perform so well? I mean, is Kingen able to perform like, I don't know, Nuguri, for example? No. So of course you can perceive the skill, he isn't skilled enough to play Jace, to stomp with Jace, you know, not just using the combo or whatever. So there's that. And of course, over here you could talk about teams. This is pretty much so. This is so wide. I mean, usually context it doesn't matter on draft, but we talk about macro perspective, about theory. But I think it's important to put context over the draft. So the region gives you a wide perspective of how you play. You know, that's why I'm going to address a lot today Korea against China. On that sense, the player perceived skill. I can't talk much about this because I'm not researching when I'm watching this about the players and the stats and whatever, but an analyst of course could do this and should do this. The perceived skill, the perceived pool champ of a player, you know, the playstyle that he plays or how he performs with certain type of champions. For example, Buipo is really wide known for performing well on weak side top, not so well when he has the strong side of the lane because he pretty much plunder a lot. So yeah, there's that. And of course we talk about the team as a whole. Does this team has an identity, play like this, or just play champions randomly? Because that's really important. So a team which play style doesn't identify really well with the meta, with the strong bot scaling wherever, for example G2, and they are more like monkeys playing on the game. Of course they have an identity different because they kind of refute the theory of the draft because that context is different. So some draft that could be really weird for some teams or could be really seen as troll draft could be really well for another team. So I think we should address this as a whole. Of course, I'm going to ignore this. You know, this is not an analysis of the game. They are just reviews. They are just commentate about some things that I think they are useful. I'm not talking about so much teams because, of course, I can talk more about team because what I saw from the earlier games, but not so much because, again, I'm not doing the research properly. I can talk more about the region because I know more about this, of course, but not the specific of a team. I don't know, for example, the standing of DRX, the T1 on their series and wherever. So, yeah, you should take that in context and put that in the context of a draft when we talk about who won the draft, because this is kind of the popular question, you know, who won the draft? Oh, is Cloud9 better than TSM? Who won the draft? This is pretty much the hot topic actually, but this is pretty much the same in every single region. So I think we should address that because context in this case matters a lot. So yeah. According to this, should be this Maybe this. Yeah, maybe it should be. These are the bands, of course. I mean, it should be then. So yeah. First, okay, let's go for the bands. Okay, Senna is kinda weird. I'm not so sure if Teddy is pretty much playing Senna 24/7, so it's okay. Tretch, of course, I think this is pretty much the best band still for the blue side. And Renekton, whatever. I mean, we just saw that they are prioritizing a lot Renekton. I think this is a mistake because Renekton is not. Renekton is like Udyr. It's not the best choice. It's good, yeah. It's solid, yeah, but it's not the best. So it's not a power pick that you should go with the first start because you can concede a lot with that. I mean, of course, they can go Reneg Nidali, for example, but you can answer with Nara and Lilia, and that's good too. So yeah, whatever. I mean, it's not. This is not so broken anymore that you need to address that. So yeah. And of course, Hecarim, I think this is okay. This is too is debatable. For some teams love Udyr, other teams think he's pretty much trash. I think he's okay, like Renekton. It's not maybe the best man, but it's okay, it's free. So whatever. This is good, this is good. So yeah, T1, I think T1 is reading better the meta than DRX right now. I mean, of course, this is so good. Pretty much for free. I was annoyed by the last draft, but I know so many teams don't like Seraphine because Mid didn't want to play her. And you, depending of the draft, you don't see so much value on ADC playing Seraphine. That's the truth. I mean, I rather go with a free DPS than getting just super utility, you know? Even Senna has way more, Senna has way more DPS than Seraphine. So, than utility. So yeah, I mean on an ADC aspect. So yeah, this is really strong because with this they pretty much won the mid pressure. T1 answer with Varus and Nidale. This is so strong. This is masterful because this is going to be sustained. This is going to be free poke and one shot someone. So they can have lethal over chilling because right now they can go for a lethal mid and they have a lethal ADC. So this is lethality Varus, okay? So yeah, DRX will go for a more standard composition. Of course, Lilia answering Nidale, this is okay, but I don't like this. I really don't like this because what does Seraphine right now on mid? Because if this is Lilia, Seraphine is pretty much forced to go bot because they don't have interaction within this champion. Yeah, of course they can steal, they can sleep, they can flash R, but the enemy team can still that too. I mean, if Seraphine got hit by Nidalee Q, she's dead. There's that. If Lilia got hit by Nidalee Q, she pretty much can be dead too. And you still don't know what they have on mid. So yeah, they can fully go for a killer mid and they are pretty much dead. So this is really scary. I don't like this. I really don't like this. These two champions are forcing right now on support. You go Alistar. You can go. Yeah, you can go Ren. And you can go. I mean, there's no merit on go Tahm Kench, but you need. You could say Nautilus maybe and go for Kai'Sa wherever. But there's so many magic damage. But yeah, you need that. I mean, you could go, I don't know, Cho'Gath if you are going Senna. But maybe Sett, or maybe over here you can go Wukong or something like that. But this is really weird because trying to make this work is going to be so hard. I mean, yeah, she got a huge R, but with whom? You know, just Mega Gnar. Only Mega Gnar. This is the only champion which Seraphine interacts really well. And that's it. So right now you need, in order for this to work, use high range poke. But this is not a meta of high range poke, and you are playing against the fucking big boss of range poke. So yeah, against double poke, you just need more range than them. Or you can zone them with control mages, but control mages doesn't do a lot with these champions. So yeah, that's really tricky. Actually, I think that's really bad. So yeah, let me a second over here. I'm watching a lot of messages, So yeah. Hmm. I'm watching a lot of messages over here. I have an audio. So yeah, I'm not gonna hear it right now. Maybe after this draft. So yeah, this is really bad. DRX is losing the draft. They have two power picks actually, but this isn't a game where you can just randomly pick power picks. I mean, you can even think that now is a power pick, yeah, wherever. They have really strong picks, but this composition doesn't do anything right now. So unless T1 failed to answer to this, they are going to lose actually with three strong champions. So yeah, T1 goes for the easy play. Sylas, Gudar, even Gudar. So this is well. Sylas, it's okay. I think he's going to. I mean, he's going to be weak against Seraphine online, but it doesn't matter because he just cares about R. Pretty much the same with Seraphine. So of course they have full prio, so Nida is going to be hurt a lot by this because Lilia can go for double scuttle right now, but it's not the end of the world. It doesn't matter. And of course, T1 is really strong on both sides. DRX is still kinda strong on top side, but they just got river control. Doesn't not much besides that. And of course, this is again really important about the rage. You know, DRX can steal a lot of nearly rage in and turn that on a lead, but that should happen if they play really well, which I don't think they can. Because of the last game we saw, they pretty much plundered the early game. So it's okay. Second part of the draft, of course, they are going to deny the... I mean, this is good because, as I said earlier, T1 understand that Seraphine can't stay on mid. Okay? T1 understand better DRX composition than DRX themselves. And this is really annoying. It's really annoying. I mean, how it's possible that your own team doesn't get how their own champions work, but the enemy team does? I mean, how there's so much of a gap over here between the teams that this team, which is receiving the picks, which need to answer, understand better than this? It doesn't make sense. So yeah, wherever. Okay, good ban. They denied the Gragas. I don't think Gragas is the most worrisome pick over here, but they are pretty much saying we are going for real, and I think this is a kind of an answer to this. I mean, Camken doesn't do anything actually right now, but I think they have so much concern about Senna with fasting, so they have so much scare of Teddy that they are conceding the draft a lot. Brown, this is okay. This is a good ban actually. So yeah, Gragas, right now, they are going to go for a forcing bot, which is Seraphine Alistar. This is okay actually. I don't know if Alistar was banned from this series, maybe, because I think Alistar does more things over here than any other pick. Yeah, and even the same on the earlier draft, so I don't know, maybe Becca doesn't play Alistar. Maybe Alistar was denied for the playoff for some bug or something. I don't think so, but this is weird. This is not a bad bot lane, okay? And right now they have AD top with Gnar, and they have Lilia, which is really strong. I think they shouldn't be banning support actually. They should deny things that can cost the contest on top, you know? Yeah, and they should go with maybe Tristan is banned, Lucian is banned. Yeah, they should wanted to go with something that doesn't give Sylas so much value but can still punish him. Maybe Pantheon, for example, is so good over here. Pantheon doesn't add so much value to Sylas, but it's really good with this. I mean, you are going to have magic damage over here, kind of a magic damage over here, you are really strong composition on mid game, you had a hard engage, you had the possibility of the one shot pretty much everything on top, and right now you can stomp by mid game, you have river control, whatever. So yeah, there's that. But of course they are not going to be able to do this, and they are going to just go for scuttle and farm, which is really okay for T1. So they go with Rel. Why not? This is free, this is free. So yeah, the answer with Saya Rakan, this doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything, this is so bad. And the only thing that T1 needs right now is someone else to stop this. Sion it's okay. They could go Gunplank for example, but the problem with Gunplank is right now they can get easily stumped because, I mean, well, it's a front lane, but it's not the best. So they need a hard front lane in order to stop DRX to just randomly going against them. So this is okay. I mean, this is a really good draft by T1. There is a chance that still DRX got ahead on the game, got control, denies Nidalee, denies Sion, and pretty much now 1v5 the game. There's still a chance, but there's the only choice. So yeah, this is smart. Full clearing. Oh, let me see. Yeah, full clearing both junglers. Top side patting by Lilia, which is okay. Bot side patting by Nidalee, this is okay. This is pretty much a standard, you know. Nothing so hard. DRX, I don't know why they playing here. I don't know why they are pushing so hard. Maybe they are thinking that Nidalee is on Scuttle, but this is a free gank. Of course, I know they have the level advantage, but this is not so important. I mean, right now, Rell doesn't care about that because they can't stop her. So this is for free, yeah. This is pretty much for free, a free gank, and right now they are screwed. Okay, Gas blunders that, but this still benefits a lot of T1. So yeah, level 6, level 6 Seraphine is the only thing that she can do. Faker is pretty much dead right now. Yeah, they should have never contest this. There is no need to contest this. I mean, he's one level behind because we told that earlier. He's going to lose pressure, and that's okay. That's pretty much okay. You know, it doesn't matter. You don't care about that. So yeah, DRX need to take this a lot. You know, they need to take this fight. They really need to win by pretty much solo killing River fights T1, and they can do that. But it's so hard to do. And I mean, I'm impressed. Oh, well played by Faker. I'm so impressed because I don't think that they are able to do that. Well played by Faker. Really well played by him. So yeah, DRX is going to take the raid. This is okay. T1 should concede. They don't care. They really don't care. And of course they are going to take the Herald. The river control is full in favor of DRX, so it's okay. Just concede. Just hold the game on the tier 2 towers and you're gonna win, you know? Well, they are answering the play on top, which is nice. I mean, sure, put your Varus on ahead, and this is okay. Varus is going full lethality. This is correct build. I mean, I really like DPS Varus, but it's not the best on most cases, especially not over here. Especially now with Ash buff on 11-7, you just go full lethality. Oh, this is nice. Rakan is dead. 3 kill. Yeah, sure. Now, did you notice my point? Where right now there is no a chance for DRX to answer this. They can't. They just okay. They just can't do anything, you know? It doesn't matter if the Sion dies, actually. It doesn't matter. Well, it wasn't best dive because Sion didn't tank the tower, but it's okay. T1 is stomping this game right now. Yeah, they kind of blunder with the fight on River, but this was miscommunication, you know? Maybe they thought that Faker was getting ticks on the Butch or something, and they decided to fight with Silo. But that was the only mistake. This game is pretty much over, actually. There is no chance that the DRX composition... I mean, this is... Okay. Full... Oh, okay. Okay. Full engage with Rakan, but it's not the best engage. I mean, Teddy could have easily over here have flashed this. This is easily a flash, you know? Okay? Flash. Are you seeing this? I mean, are you noticing this? You can just flash. I think he thought that the R is going to end here, but didn't notice that Rakan is going to be extending this, and this is the only other choice that they have. But if Rakan, think this, okay? Rakan does ER and get the whole enemy team. Why do you need Seraphine extend right now? Because Seraphine R is going to end outside the screen. It doesn't matter, you know? This could have been Sona, and it's pretty much the same. It's not why Seraphine is broken. It's broken because she can be here and she can still engage this when his own team is here. That's the idea. But this doesn't perform really well with Rakan because right now Seraphine needs to engage. It's so easy for T1 to dodge this. You know, dodge this. The air is going to extend. Varus didn't get hit. Actually, Varus is going to clutch over here. Sylas didn't get hit. You just lose R, and right now Rakan is pretty much alone. So yeah, that's the problem. So yeah, this is pretty much a blunder by Teddy. Well, he dies. Whatever. Even if T1 may keep making small mistakes like this, he's still gonna win. So the only chance that DRX has is try to go for full splitting, Gnar on top, take jungle control, try to perform picks over here with Rakan and Lilia, and after that try to fight this, rotate the vision and try to fight this. But they can't right now. They don't have the control, they don't have priority, they can't even contest mid, actually. So this is so bad. I mean, they can farm. It's the only thing that they can do right now. They need to, on some weird way, put a turbo leech on Gnar and try to let Gnar carry them. But right now it's impossible. So yeah, T1 is really happy considering this break. Worst break of the game, and they don't care. They got a free tower, sure, why not? And this is so strong actually. Nidalee is covering the bot lane, and the tank front, which is pretty much unstoppable right now, is making this block so hard, so there's no way Sion should padding over here actually, because you have now got ward, or Rel should go here and Sion go here, and no one can kill Varus, and Varus can pretty much free poke every single one of the RX on their tower, so they can easily get, I mean they don't have so much minion, but they can easily get pressure over this tower. This is so free. So free. There's no chance that DRX can contest this tower. I think Rel tried kinda blunder that kind of engage wasn't needed, but yeah, free tower. They can trade for tier 2 on bot, it's okay. So yeah, there's not so much that DRX can do sadly. I mean, okay, good engage by Rakan, but you see what I mean? Okay, good R by... oh, actually it was a bad R by... oh, was such a bad R by Faker right there. Was so bad. He didn't get anything. He could have easily won that fight. But even if they blunder this fight as a whole, they can still win actually. They can still win this, yep. Oh, nice one by Kingen with Strikebreaker kill. They could have easily won that. I mean, not so easily, but they could have won that if they played well. But it's okay. I mean, T1 lost one fight, you know, whatever, doesn't matter. Maybe they are kind of YOLOing on their comps right now. Because the last game they did pretty much the same and threw a fight for no reason. So it's okay. Maybe they're kind of a chilling one. Oh, okay. Rel is going to die here. Yeah. But it doesn't matter. Even if Rel dies, doesn't matter a lot. Okay. T1 can still win this. Can totally win this. Yeah, needs to group. And they need to put Varus behind Sion. And they can win this. So it's okay. They can easily contest this. It's so easy to track that every single cooldown on DRX is down. So they have Sylas with Gnar R. They just need to... oh, what the hell is Kana doing? Why Kana should... oh. Kana is trolling hard. Why did he decide to flank this? What the hell? I mean, I think he tried to go for the steal with Q, but this doesn't make any sense. He should just go here and force the fight or repeat. I mean, Faker with Gnar R, he doesn't have R, but he can cast Q, and he got prepared pretty much the flank con Faker Nar, and free poke and free poke. So yeah, the only thing he needs to do is block this entrance or exit in this case, so DRX can't escape. Yeah, this was I blame Kana over there because they could fight, but they were scared. So it's okay. It's okay. T1 making a bit of blunders on mid game actually, which can be worrisome on a more like this. This composition is not the more stable composition. I mean, this doesn't have the best late game scaling. It's okay, but Nidal is going to become a support on late game. Varus isn't going to be having the highest DPS of the game because, of course, he's going for lethality build. So, on a game of 35 minutes with 4 mythics, 4 items, he's pretty much screwed. So, yeah. I mean, the problem with this is, in this state, T1 keep blundering the game. He's going to just get soul against them and going to lose the fight, lose the game actually. So that's why you should complete on the draft the context. I think you should regard that because it's really important. I mean, it's not a luck thing that DRX right now is winning. It's because T1 blundered the game. Oh. Hello? I don't think that was a bug. I think he was just got EFK mentally. His brain shut down and he didn't react, so it happens sometimes. It's okay. I mean, it shouldn't, but it happened. So yeah, that was a holy spear. Well, I mean, Faker was really mispositioned over there, but it's okay. I mean, T1 right now doesn't want to fight, they just want Baron and base. So they should have gone base earlier because right now they concede soul and that's annoying. So yeah, whatever. I don't know why on the start of this fight wasn't Sion with them. I don't know why Sion decided randomly coming here. I don't know why when he should be here and here. So him with Rel can stop Gnar and he can stop pretty much every single one of them because the only way that DRX can take this fight is because Sion is out there. So this sleep is really good, not because they are going to pick up Sion, but because they are going to get Sion out of the fight and they can go for this. So this is really a problem with Sion. I mean, what the hell? Why Sion is here? There doesn't make any sense. I mean, this is a 2v4 actually, because this is a 3v1 by DRX, okay, this fight, and this is a 2v4 by DRX over this fight, and they can do this just because Gnar is strong, but because at the same time T1 is focusing on going out, so they are pretty much conceding this, and at the same time because this guy is strong, so yeah, I pretty much blame Sion actually. Yeah, he's just, right now it's just too late, because T1 can fight, so it's okay. He just blundered and whatever. He tried to recover with R, but it was too late, because he was mispositioned on the fight. So yeah, this is the problem. This is the thing where DRX can win the game when they just didn't need to do anything. You know, they don't need to play well, they just need to wait for T1 to troll the game. So the composition of T1 is stronger, that's why T1 with this Baron is still controlling the game. It's kinda behind of goal, but it doesn't matter. I mean, they are against Soul, but their team can take the game, control the game. The only thing that they need is Kana to get in front of Teddy, you know, Sion in front of Varus. Okay, Faker's kinda fat trolling. He's going to die. Yeah, he's dead. Nothing to do there. He should have flashed actually over this wall, but he didn't. And of course, DRX can just easily chase T1. Okay. Oh, this is bad actually. This Gnar slow is going to be so obnoxious. Right now they can get Seraphine doesn't got that. So yeah, they need to cover for Sion actually. So they need to keep Sion healthy, and they can defend this. But it's okay. The game is kind of on a low state. T1 is still stronger, but they can still blunder, so you could say that the game is pretty much even right now. It shouldn't be, but it is. Good R by Teddy. Good flash QSS. Still too late. He should have flashed earlier, but whatever. Really bad R by Sion. They should concede actually this tower. They don't care about this tower. This tower doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. The idea of wasting resources, it matters a lot. So yeah, okay. This fight is kinda good, but I don't know where is the Lilia. I don't know. What? Why Lilia doesn't have R? I mean, what? Oh, Lilia ult, what? Why? I mean, this was E Lilia R, but why? There's no single chance that Gnar goes, jump, and transform Omega. It's impossible. Gnar should have at least 20 more rage, so yeah, whatever. I mean, it's a spirit, okay, but right now, it's good. You know, right now Lilia's Sleep is good. Of course, Varus got QSS. So, yeah. But the idea is good. Now is, bad Gnar. This is Sion, this is good. This is a team fight won by T1 actually. Oh no? Why are they not jumping? I mean, yeah, kill him. Why Faker is not ulting actually? He never ult. Yeah, he never ult. If T1 killed Gnar, they won the game. I mean, of course, Seraphine is so fucking broken, but this is pretty much broken champions holding the game and T1 trolling with better composition. I mean, why Keria is right there fighting against Gnar? They should both. Faker's dead? No, he isn't. They should go for the steal. Not that happens. The problem with this right now is that they can poke and they can do anything, even when they are with a better composition. And right now they are on the weak side of the game. So what? Oh, come on, Kana. Seriously. Kana right now needs to push DRX. It doesn't matter if he dies actually. He needs to push this Gnar behind enemy line. So this doesn't matter. But he needs to stop this, because if Gnar's turn around and Rakan got engaged, DRX can easily ignore Sylas. And they know Sylas is on this side of the map. So yeah. Okay, good flash by Keria. Good block over here. Keria is pretty much the MVP of the fight. The problem is this. Did you see? They don't have enough damage. And they got stumped. And this was pretty much Kana doing nothing, because they ignored him. So Keria won the fight, but they are so behind and Kana was so AFK that he was useless. I think on a theme of the composition, DRX was really bad. But at the same time, the volatile composition of T1, which is thematically better, but they blundered the game. They pretty much threw the game alone. With the same draft, but T1 without throwing the game, they could win. I mean, this is so weird because the early game should have been favored by DRX, but DRX did nothing. The early game was pretty much even, so this is a win by T1. But on the mid game, T1 should have just won easily, but they blundered 2 and 3 fights. So they pretty much gave all these champions the chance to recover or the chance to get ahead. I mean, because right now, you have shutdowns pretty much on every single carry, you know? And you could see that this is pretty much the freaking fucking carry. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, what the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? But these items are so useful with the whole team, because they are not going to die. So, this bow was rendered useless. They need to have actually, how do you call that? execution recalling, they didn't, so this is a problem because Seraphine pretty much heal pretty much everyone. You see the healing of Seraphine, and Seraphine with healing was the most highest DPS of the game. So yeah, there's that problem too. And at the same time, the problem with this is that these champions recover. Actually, right now, at the end of this game, these champions are strong. So this was what should happen on early game. DRX should have managed to do this early game, and they failed that. So when they failed that on early game, T1 got stronger. But because T1 failed pretty much 3 fights in a row, they got stronger. So this shouldn't happen in theory, but happens a lot on games. That's why context matters. Is your team consistent? Is your team able to perform? Is your team does your team have the ability to do what the composition requires them to do? Or at the same time, does the enemy team, because draft doesn't happen in the void, okay? Does the enemy team has the ability to punish you for your own mistake? Does the enemy team has the ability to counter what you should be happening? That's things that I think in a draft matters a lot. So yeah, I still think that T1 trolled this game and DRX should have lost because they didn't manage to accomplish what they should do. So I think that's really important. So yeah, there's that. Death Team, yeah, hi to you too. So okay, game 3. I think we're on time. I'm not so sure. Let me check. Well, yeah, maybe I should play a game. But I wanna end with this series actually, and then we can play a game and relax a bit, and then going for LPL. So yeah, game 3, and right now you should get the idea too that the teams are going to be kind of a tilted. T1 is really tilted because they know they lost the game. DRX, I'm not so sure if they are so happy right now. So yeah, we're reviewing playoffs day 1 actually, or I mean, yeah, on LCK. I mean, this is the games that start to matter. The earlier games against ENS and wherever, it doesn't matter actually. So quarterfinals on LCK and day 1 from the round 1 of LPL. These are good games, I think. Or I mean, it should be good games. They are not so good, but whatever. Again, Kalista Varus Stretch, okay. They acknowledge actually the Varus' strongest point, so it is okay. I don't think Stretch is... I mean, Stretch is in a weird state where I don't think he is a power pick, so you shouldn't ban him on red side unless the enemy team got an OTP to reach or something like that. But I mean, if you don't like to play against him, I mean, you can still go Braum or wherever and get counter on lane, and doesn't matter. Right now, doesn't matter. So because Guardian Stretch got nerfed, so I think this is the draft. I mean, I'm so confused by this, but I think this is the order. So yeah, it should be this. Stretch doesn't a good man on red side, but it's okay. Seraphine is good actually, and yeah, whatever. I think this is pretty much scouting, so okay. Sylas Zoe Renekton, this is debatable. This is not LCK, this is pretty much LPL. This is again debatable, but it's okay in this series. And Sylas pretty much the same because these compositions are going to go right here with full teamfight power, so you need to deny this. So okay, first pick Udyr. I like more Hecarim. I just told about this, so yeah, whatever. But Udyr is okay too. This is 1-6, so I still think Hecarim is stronger. Now on Hecarim, this is good. Way better draft by the side of DRX. Ooh, this is nice. This is really nice. Because right now they are answering their DRX strength, and they're saying, I'm going to play better than you. I like this because this is winning mid-game. But at the same time, pretty much the same that the last game, if T1 blunders, they lost. They pretty much trolled the game. So I really think T1 is able to overcome the mistake of the last game. I'm going to perform better. I'm going to win the game with this. So I really like this. This is winning. DRX pretty much concede. Okay. This is a stat checker, doesn't do anything Oriana over here, so okay. Second part of the draft, Varus, Kalista, this is so good because I don't think actually this is so good right here. I mean, this could be good, but I don't think T1 is going to be playing for lane dominance on this game, you know? I don't think they need to play for lane dominance. When they just need to put Irelia ahead, they just put TF on a good lane, which pretty much they accomplished this, because we should have been maybe Syndra or something like that, but or maybe Galio. You can contest that with Galio, you can match that, or you can deny that and go no to mid, you know? And now you have access to maybe Kai'Sa or something like that, so you can go Kai'Sa here. Now you have mixed damage and going for Nectar mid, because they are going to be more scared about other picks like Oriana, Anivia, or wherever. Or you can even go Anivia or wherever. It's okay. Because this CS is going to be utility, not going to be full EP, so it's okay. But yeah, they try to deny the possibility that T1 goes for full aggression, the stomping lane, and winning the game in 20 minutes. So I don't think it's necessary, but it's okay, you know? You can talk in the draft about this, and maybe you're scared that this happens, but I don't think... I mean, if you just notice the last game, you can say, okay, I can be confident that they are unable to stop me because they blundered the mid game, so they are gonna blunder again. We just defend tier 2 towers on 20 minutes, defend the Baron, and we won. We can still overcome that, so okay. Again, I think this is good. I like this because this is recognizing that this side is strong and they don't want to be stomped on lane, and they are recognizing their play side. We are playing for late game teamfight, we want to scale, we don't want to fight early, whatever. But I think this is debatable. And of course, T1 recognized... I don't think, what? I'm so confused by this. Again, this order draft confused me a lot. I think this was the first ban over here, yeah. Rank down again. Well, I don't think you should ban her right now, but whatever. I don't think why. I don't get why they ban Sejuani actually. Maybe Pioche gives OTP Sejuani, but I don't know. Okay, they banned this. I don't think Ban Sylas was so strong because you know they had Oriana Nar, so there was no chance. That's why I'm so confused, because this doesn't make sense, but this and this does. I mean, this can make sense, but this doesn't make sense. So yeah, it's impossible that this was the last 2 bans. You know, 1, 2, 3 bans and 4 and 5. This doesn't make any sense. It's ridiculous. But this doesn't make so much sense at all. You know, I don't think they scout something like Sejuani Super. You know, it could happen, but it's so weird because Sejuani Super does nothing on this game, so wherever. I mean, Sejuani kinda can stop Irelia, but wherever. No one's gonna play Sejuani, so I'm so confused by this. Sejuani is not so strong, and of course they are not going to be, I don't know, fasting Hecarim or whatever. Maybe fasting Sejuani? I don't know. I'm so confused. This doesn't make sense. I think T1 said, okay, we banned Rel and we won. And this was pretty much void ban, you know, wherever. It doesn't matter, we won. We won because we had our picks. They are going to go Tristana, and we can see Tristana. Actually, I think they are going to think that they are going to match with Kai'Sa. Or something like that, and they concede. They are not scared about Kai'Sa. And they... Actually, the Rex should have gone for Xayah over here. With this, they should have gone for that. Because Xayah is going to be really bothersome on this composition. But wherever they go, Alistar trying to deny this. Alistar is so strong in T1. They didn't need to go Leona or something like that because they are not going to play this champion, so it's okay. I think this is the better choice because this has a plan B. Plan B is, okay, scaling Pedicarias. It's okay, it can work. So yeah, there's that. But you can go full aggro, full aggro, go Jhin and Leona. And this works too. And right now, this doesn't care about what happens over here. We are just going to dive, going to go full deep, R, and one shot pretty much every single one on the RF side. So I like more this, of course. This is more standard, more safe it. This is full aggression with no. I mean, if you are this kind of disrespecting the enemy team, or you think you are really good on early game, you are going to go for this. But if not, this is pretty much 90% of the competitive teams. So Ezreal, okay, good. He can farm free. He doesn't care about Kai'Sa. He doesn't care about Tristana, so it's okay. And of course, Teddy is really good on Ezreal. Okay, any other player with Ezreal, I'm gonna debate about that. I think it's going to be better Kai'Sa or Sai over here, but or even Tristan. Tristan is okay too. But with Teddy, Ezreal is really a strong pick, and Galio, it's okay. It's okay because it denies a lot of this. It's really annoying. So it's okay. And they just ended with Tristana, which is pretty much a handshake on bot. Definitely going to get pushed, but he's going to farm under tower. It's okay. So I really like the T1 draft because again, T1 draft the game because they had more agency in the game. They have more chances to win the game. But if they fail to do that, they are going to lose. I mean, that's pretty much what happens when a draft is so one-sided. I mean, it's so T1 favored on top side of the map, but these champs are going to follow hard on the game. I mean, what the hell? What the fuck? Khan is trolling so hard. Why? There was no point in that. Okay. Give me to flat. Well played by Teddy. I mean, this is what I mean when Teddy Ezreal is so good. He didn't choke. He just deal max DPS. He didn't panic with the heal, so it's okay. I mean, I don't know why Tristana went for cleans, by the way. For me, it doesn't make any sense. Not gonna change anything. You know, on this gank, he just pretty much. I mean, in the last fight, he should have won on bot if she had heal. So, okay, assist? Nope. I don't know why Teddy flexed that. There was no way that Kyriak was going to get the assist, so whatever. It's kind of a worrisome. I still can won, kinda. Yeah, he can won. He won this. Yeah. But it was still. Oh, okay. That was a bad flash. The idea was good, but the execution was really poor. I mean, Kana is not performing so well on this game, actually. But it's okay. Here we kind of recover from that. And by the way, Hecarim should have gone playing for bot side, you know, not for the 9 top. There's no way that he's going to be able to accomplish that. So Irelia is a really smart pick over here. That's why I like that so much. And of course, this is going to happen a lot, you know, wherever they pick on top, they are going to pretty much camp easily top with TF and wherever. I don't think Irelia got cooldowns over here. So yeah. These fights when TF gank top, some pretty much free kill or go base. You can just do this, you know. I mean, Nar King N did really well. He pretty much stole the gank. He danced a lot, gave Orianna time to roam from mid to top, gave time from Hecarim to answer the play, so that was good. But T1 should have stopped the play way earlier. What the hell? What the hell? I mean, what is wrong with T1 communication? I mean, this is a fight, okay, this is free, but what the hell? Hello, you can won this, my friend. I mean, they won this. R, W, what the hell? R from Irelia, W from... I mean, Galio can steal R here, actually. I think he called that or something like this, but the friend is not going to die. So I don't know, it's so weird. And they pretty much trolled the Drake for no reason. They lost Drake. T1 got a really free Drake. Okay. Faker saving the day actually. because that play was really bad by T1. I mean, the play was good, but I don't get why the communication failed so hard. So okay, Ezreal Dead is so good, so good. That's why it's so weird to me that they are banning Zen, but okay. And engage and carry under tower was good too. So okay, TF with utility. I don't know, with Ever. Okay, standard TF. This fight is still won by T1. There's no way that DRX can recover from this pickup, you know. They can win fight without Orianna's ultimate. Yeah, they can. They don't need the Orianna shield, they just need the ultimate Orianna. Because they need the extra AoE damage. So T1 right now, Raj, I mean the Baron, because they are ahead, they can do this because they are so strong on top side. So yeah, really, that's a lot of damage. Faker's just annoying them. This is free. There's no way that Hecarim can steal this. And they know that. They know that Hecarim doesn't have flash, doesn't have R, so it doesn't have actually plant 2, so there was no way that Hecarim could have steal that. It would have been different if they knows that Hecarim got R. So yeah, right now T1 playing a good mid-game macro, you know. This is pretty much the game point from them. If they can take these two tier 2 towers, the game is pretty much over. So yeah, kind of going to get killed here. Okay, maybe not. I mean, he should, but Tristana never basic him. Not a single auto. Oh, what a really bad R. He should have died if Tristana got 1 or 2 autos over him. But yeah, DRX got really panicked about that. Well, at least they tried, so it's something. When you are so behind like this and your composition can't do anything, you should try to take the small fight, you know? Unless you are going to feed, it's okay. I mean, yeah, DRX pretty much failed everything and tried to kill Irelia and couldn't. But at least they got a chance, you know? If they killed Irelia, they pretty much stopped the push. Because right now, there's nothing that they can do. He's dead. I mean, he's going to try, but this isn't going to work. Never, you know. Orianna, ooh. Why? Why did he die over there? Yeah. He was. I mean, I was thinking that this, you know, that this was TF for some reason. I thinking that this was TF, but Orianna does no damage actually to Udyr right now. So yeah, it doesn't do damage, but I don't notice this, so it's okay. This is a good fight by DRX right now because they got the reset really easily over here. Yeah. Oh, okay. Why Tristana drop the ward? What? They don't want this. Yeah, they want this. 100% they want this. Yeah, and they got the reset. Okay. Over there, actually, Tristana should have flashes. Irelia stun. But whatever. I mean, Tristana in this game is, to me, playing with fear. Maybe it's the pressure. I mean, Pyotech is trying to win the game, and you could see that. This is not the most clean fight, but it's okay. He's forcing that. And that's what you should do. When you are behind, you are not allowed to play well. You are just allowed when you are so behind, I mean. When the game is kinda even, you are losing, but not for so much, you should play well. But when you are so behind that you are pretty much screwed on the game and you pretty much lost, you are not allowed to play well. You just need to go for desperate fight that mechanically need to perform well. Because that's how you are going to shake the enemy team. If you just wait, if you just farm, and if you wait that they force a fight on you, they are just going to stop, you know? But if you try to force fight, you can have a lead. You know, that's why DRX won a couple of fights. Because they kind of shake mental of T1 and got them by surprise. But yeah, they blundered this fight and they are pretty much dead. What? There was no need for that. Yeah. I don't think this TF can get... Oh, maybe? I mean, that's weird. Yeah. I was thinking this was TF with... how do you call that? With Irelia, which is really, really fast. Maybe that could have worked. But yeah. Well played by T1. A couple of mistakes. T1 right here is not the most clean team, but still better than, still better than the RX on that aspect. So they didn't choke so hard that they trolled the game, so this is good. And of course their composition was way better in matter of pressure and agency in the game, the ability to do something. So that's why this draft was better. But of course the RX could have done more things if they recalibrate the draft. So yeah, I think this is how this is this and this again. Okay, so DRX, Senna, I'm not buying this. I mean, okay, whatever. It's not that they... Maybe this is insta-lose for them? Maybe? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sold. Tretch, okay, this is really, really good. And TF. Okay, this is not a problem. They didn't lose the game for TF, And they lost because as a team they're taking bad decisions and their draft doesn't make any sense. So this is a problem because this is a bad lecture of the game. Change TF by... I don't know, Syndra. They pretty much still lost the game. Of course, they got so pressure on top side, but if you know that this could happen, you just don't blind Gnar. You just ban Irelia and blind Gnar, That's the problem. So this is pretty much telegraphed. The problem is, okay, they banned you Gnar. What now you go on top? You are pretty much screwed, So, I mean, I'm telling you this because it's so easy on me right now to pressure the lane and roam to top. It's so easy, especially with after the first back. So it's so easy that there is no legitimate way to say that TF just destroys that strategy. They can do that with pretty much every single one made on mid. So that's why the mid pressure is so important actually on the draft. So that's the difference. But let's see. Braum, this is okay. I think this is really smart. Seraphine, this is really smart. Udyr, I'm just noticing that on LCK you just low Udyr. So let's say this is okay, But I don't think Udyr is so strong. I mean, of course, on solo queue is so strong, but I don't think competitive is just that. I think Hecarim is better. So first pick now, okay. This is on a strong top. I would rather go again by Hecarim, especially over here. I think this was a spot lost. So T1 answer with the pretty much LPL style. I don't like Zoe so early on the draft because you can answer against her so easily. But wherever they go with Hecarim, so this is good, this is okay. This is, I think, a kind of a disrespect from the enemy right now. They maybe feel so strong that they think they can pull this off, or if not, if this doesn't work, they just go for the 5 game. So to me, this is pretty much cheating. The answer with Volibear, this is good. This is really, really good. Because Volibear right now has something that Hecarim doesn't have early, which is fight and kill potential on level 2 and 3. So this means that Volibear is trying to contest the scuttle, the river scuttle, the first scuttle on Hecarim, and trying to go for the two scuttle, which puts Volibear so much ahead on jungle. So this is good, but they blundered this. Orion is not going to be able to have so easily the pressure over Zoe, because Zoe is going to go for cheater, and they are going to trade. So I would rather go over here with Syndra, which is more even actually, or with any PKD when you can contest that. Actually, I should go over here with Tristana. It's so way better. Tristana can demolish Zoe and can deny that, and now Volibear has double scuttle, so whatever. And they answer with Akali. I really like this. Akali, it's in a spot where she's able to contest to Gnar, so it's okay. and they are telling you I'm going to full aggression right now because Zoe is a champion for full aggression. This is not a balanced game, you know. This is not a 35-minute game, 35-minute game. This is a 20-minute game, 20-25 max. The game should end on this window of time. And the Nexus is going to drop maybe on 30, but the game should be over here, you know. That's why we call a lot that the game is over on certain state, because it's unable to recover for the enemy team. Unless you are T1 and you troll the game. So, yep. They ban champions that can survive this. They decide to ban Tristana, which is really good. I don't think this was necessary, but they are going for full aggression on bot, so Tristana can deny that. And they are going for Saya because Saya is going to kind of accomplish both of them. They ban Kalista, again power pick on LCK. This is just for LCK, so this is good. And they ban Galio, but this doesn't do anything actually. You could go Rel over here, you could go Alistar, you could go Leona, you could go Naughty, and it's okay. It doesn't matter actually. You can even go Bard, for example, and it's still good on this pick because you are going to answer to Rakan. So they go for Varus. This is really good. The Direx answer with Ezreal doesn't make sense. They go with Rakan, kind of complement the team fight, but T1 isn't going to fight you. You know, T1 is not going to go for team fight. They are going for pickups. So this is really bad because it really exposed a lot of what DRX was going to accomplish. It's so easy for Leona to just one-shot Rakan. So it's a big blunder actually. I mean, of course, this is pretty much the same that the last game. If T1 is unable to, or the second game, you know, if T1 is unable to stop the game, that's lost. They lost, okay? That's 100% true. But I think they can. I mean, they did the last game. Okay. Good trade by Orianna. And they are fighting over here, but I don't know why. I don't know why they are fighting with this disadvantage. I really don't know. I don't think they should go so deep. They are not going to kill Gnar actually. Well played by Faker. He won this. He won this. Well played by him. Really well played on me. It was greedy, of course, but this is Zoe. On this point of the game, trading kill with Zoe is so good, you know? Look at that. Look at that goal. For Zoe, this is so good. You don't care about Orianna getting gold. You care about you getting gold. And this is good because they are low on farm. I'm seeing this is farm. No, I don't know. This is the gold difference. Yeah. This is the gold difference. But T1 got pretty much gold difference on every single lane. You know, Akali got more gold than now. Hecarim got more than Bolivar. This is pretty much standard. This shouldn't happen. This is pretty much standard. And this is pretty much standard. So yeah, they are pretty much strong on every single lane. You know. And this should. I mean, just this shouldn't happen because Gnar got range advantage over Akali. That's why he's one level ahead. But it's the only matchup. They won mid, they won bot, they won jungle, they won top. With what happened. And draft they lose top, but whatever, it doesn't matter. They don't lose so hard that this matters. So you could say that this is pretty much even. But at the same time, they won hard on bot, they won hard on mid, they won hard on jungle because this doesn't accomplish anything. I mean, Syndra can at least try to stay this, so this is pretty much even skill matchup or whatever. But right now they are so strong that there is no point for DRX to try to contest this. They just should run away because they are never going to win. Unless T1 does this, which was Keria pretty much failing everything. That's the small window that they could answer that, but yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, if DRX, this is really annoying. If you are going to rotate and roam for the Herald, you are going to contest. If not, you just don't roam. You know, you just stay in your lane and farm. That doesn't make any sense at all. This is Varus, by the way. This is Varus damage. And they are dead. Yep. That's why I was so annoyed on the game too. So, okay. You're still gonna die. Yeah, perfect. Because, yeah, T1 blundered the game actually. But you could see that T1 uh, understood that they threw the game. It wasn't because DRX won you, it was because you threw the game, and that's really, really important. Because DRX failed to accomplish that, they didn't notice why they failed, and that's why they can't kind of improve the draft. Okay, not the cleanest, but still better. I mean, better than Canirelia, of course. So yeah, I like this. I like teams going for more aggression on this meta right now because the meta is starting to get really dull, really boring. But this is more fun because you are now forced, you are compelled to do some things on the game, and you can. I mean, T1 can stomp the game, yeah, but they need to, how do you say that? They need to put effort in order to win the game, They need to make this dive work. They need to try hard the game to win, because if they just farm, they are going to lose. They are going to get to scale. So I like this. I really like this. This is not the most cleanest play, no, but mechanically you can improve a lot, and the decision making is so faster because you need to react so fast to the game that you need to perform better. You need to be a better player than the enemy. Even if you are not the most cleanest, even if you are not the bestest player, you still need to be just small better than the enemy, and you are just going to win. I mean, this is a blunder, this is a really, really bad fight, but it's T1 proposing fight, so that's really, really important. I mean, the priority, this is really, really good actually. This is a good fight, a good answer by DRX. This is good. I mean, if you are the team that proposed, the team proactive, the team that moves on the map, you can improve, even if you lose. But you need to accept that you are going to blunder games. And you need to accept that, and need to embrace the pressure, embrace the shame, embrace the, whatever, how you wanna call it. Oh, that was sad. That was really, really, really sad. But it was a good play, again. Yeah, they failed. Keria died for nothing. But it doesn't matter. Because right now, there was no objective that DRX can take. Even if Keria just dies for nothing. They just can't farm. So this is so good. That's why being the proactive team is so good. And I really like this, Right now, DRX is trying to do things, but so spread. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Solo play by Nar. Solo play by Bolivar, solo play by, you could say, the backlane, because they are going to play over here. This is pretty much a solo play too, okay? But this is a team play, and the whole of this happens because T1 decide to get together and push the tower, Ignore the map, the neutrals, and just press the game because they are so fucking ahead. So this is really, really important. I don't know who this guy is. But that's why interactive is so important. I mean, T1 is going to win this just because they have balls right now, not because they are the most cleanest team on this game. I mean, they are better, of course, but you couldn't say that they are perfect or they are just going to win and stomp everything. I mean, Faker, of course, is morphing with Zoe, and Ted is playing really, really well with these Varus, but I don't think they are unmatchable. They are unwinnable. I mean, you can contest that, and that's good because right now T1 can review the games and maybe can become the unmatchable, the unwinnable team. That's why it's so exciting to me. And of course, this is I don't know. This is a game with 22 kills on 24 minutes. This is fine. This is nice. This is not a dull game for farming by 10-20 minutes and get bored and go watch, I don't know, wherever, and just sleep. So yeah, this is nice. And of course the game right now, it's over. Okay, another pickup. Boom. This is really, really good. I mean, I genuinely think that Jinx is so strong, but at the same time, Varus destroys her. So I really like this. I mean, Senna is strong too, Senna is so strong, but Varus demolishes both of them. and demolish them in a way that they can do anything, you know? Just Q from the infinite and you are dead. You can do anything to him. Yeah, you can try to just choke the lane, or you can just try to engage him, but he has so much. Look at that. I mean, look at this. There is no way, absolutely no way, that Real can deal damage to Varus when he's getting hit by pretty much 40% of their HP, you know, more than 1/3 of their HP total from this spot. There is just no way. Tristana doesn't have this range advantage, Senna doesn't have this range advantage, Ezreal does only with R, of course, and they can trade R, but this has way more, way less cooldown than Ezreal R. So this is so strong. That's why Jing is useless, because this is range of Jing, which is really wide. But yeah, I don't know. I really like Varus lethality. I think it's so strong and so matchup. Okay, useless R, of course. But yeah, Varus need to be ahead. You need to play to him for bot in order to play that matchup. He's a demanding champion. You know, unless Jinx, at least Jinx, you can kind of ignore that. Oh, what the hell did Keria does? Okay, they still won. It doesn't matter. They are so fat. They just don't care. This is the competitive disrespect, you know? You are so confident that you're gonna win whatever happens, then you can do plays like this, and this is really good. So yeah, good series by T1. T1 actually, I really like this because T1 grew a lot actually over the course of the series, and you don't see that so often. You don't see that these kind of teams grow up so much that they can improve in their own series. So this is good. You know, you can compare DRX against T1. DRX pretty much did the same on the whole 4 games, and they won because T1 trolled the game. But T1 understand what they need to do, how they need to improve, and they can improve because they have a lot of experience on the staff and the players. Then they can overperform the enemy team, they can fix errors and wherever. And of course communication, but we don't have the comms, so we can just theorize about the communications improvements on the game. So yeah, I really like that. Okay, my dog wanna come in. So let's do a quick break. I'm kinda late on the schedule because I wanna play a game right now, and after this game we're going to watch the LPL. But I told you earlier, this is going to be a long theory strategic day. So yeah, be right back. We are gonna start with playing a game with the new Trinity 11-7. This is really good. So be right back.